get both of them. One's therapeutic and one's non-therapeutic. I'll start them a few seconds apart so that you can keep it together in theory. Keep it apart. So we have. Anybody heard from Lisa? Anybody know Lisa outside of class?
Oh, nice. What am I doing? There you go.
So Carissa, I feel like I need to explain Carissa a little bit. So she doesn't have to be here only for anatomy and I can't remember what the other thing is. But she chooses to come for all of it for the most part. Today is a day that she isn't here. She doesn't have to be here. It doesn't count against her. She's already earned the time for first semester. So I don't want you to be like, oh, that girl's never here. She doesn't have to be. She's already taken this class with Chris. So she's just here because Chris and I are entirely different people, entirely different teachers, and it's not going to hurt her one single bit to hear everything again. So. And Dana's been in excruciating pain. She will be in, hopefully, today to get her books, but she got injured at work on Sunday. So she said, I'm not dropping, I'm not quitting, I can't move. So she's coming, I think. We'll see. So tomorrow we have more students coming in. And as I was talking last night to a previous student who's now a friend about the two gals that came in yesterday, and he was like, oh, you couldn't have picked two better people to come in, and I smiled and I said, well, wait till you hear who's coming on Wednesday, because it's not my get up at 2 a.m., stay up till all hours of the night group. It's the ones that were like, meh, maybe I'll study. This is one in particular was smart enough that she could wake up in the morning. She's that person that Rebecca was talking about that you love to hate, that could really wake up in the morning, peruse the chapter, come in and get the 80. You know, if she worked hard, she could have got the 100, but she didn't, and she was fine with an 80, and that was it. So she's coming in tomorrow. So there's a whole range of people, and so as I was talking to Nolan last night, I said, well, let me tell you who's coming in the next day, and he kind of laughed, and he was like, that's the group you don't want. I said, I know, but I felt like they set the standards ridiculously high, and not everybody can live up to that. Not everybody can get up at 2 a.m. and, you know, I feel like they were two exceptions, and then I'll bring in like the average people, like the normal people that struggled, that, you know, really had a hard time. Not to say that they didn't struggle. Emily has a daughter that's blind, so her life is chaos most of the time, but. You know, so I mean, everybody has their issues, but I think it's nice to hear that perspective and then to hear it from other people. I think there's 5 or 6 coming in tomorrow, so that'll give you a broader. Who are they? Mary Grady, Nicole Clemens, Brittany Kuhn, Alicia Eltz, Martina Yurton, Amanda Sharp. What else do I want to say before we get started? Everybody got the note packet for today? I don't see it up here, so I'm a little nervous. You should have 2 yellow packets. I only got 1 yellow. Who has the extra?
I do.
You do? Who has the extra white packet? How many people don't have the nursing note packet? You do. It's right on your desk. Therapeutic communication skills. Well, this is mine. Oh, okay. Mine has a lot more than yours. You don't have, so we're only lacking one. Does anybody have two stuck together? There should be plenty.
Do you need an extra white?
Yes. Yeah. There's not, I don't make enough extras, so.
Oh, I wrote on that one. Oh, I just put the date.
We have a very limited print shop budget. I don't know. If she needs it in the end, she can, you know, if anybody else. Okay, then now I'll give it to her. I did make enough for her to have that. Who needs non-therapeutic? Everybody feel about yesterday? Anybody go home and cry? Good. Anybody go home and study? Good. One? Two? Okay, good. 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 All right. So, therapeutic communication skills. Communication is huge in nursing, and this is something that we're going to focus a lot on in clinical this year, especially for my students that are already CNAs, and you might know the bed making skills, and you know the rest of it. Your goal is to really work on two things: communication and assessment. Everybody else ultimately will focus on that, but jumping right in, it's going to be communication. You say a lot with nonverbal communication, right? You know exactly. I think I'm an open book. You know exactly how I feel. I'm not good at hiding my frustration, my happiness, my sorrow. I'm an open book. I say a lot with my nonverbal communication, as do you. And you don't realize it, but when I'm up here and I'm teaching and I'm looking out at you, and somebody's got their planner out and they're like, I know what you're thinking. You know, you're thinking, I'm going to get groceries later. This weekend, you're not listening to me at all, right? If you're sitting on your desk and you're like, that says a lot, right? I know what you're thinking. I can tell you're communicating to me. If you're making eye contact with me, that's communicating. That's saying I'm listening, or at least I'm giving the appearance that I'm listening, right? So be really aware as you are interacting in the classroom today. Keep communication at the forefront of your mind. What is she communicating when if I stood up here and I lectured to you like this, I don't want to be here, right? I'm annoyed. You're wasting my time. Certainly, but she's sitting with her arms crossed right now, and so is Jordan, and Shannon, and I don't have that feeling at all, right? It's a lot of presentation. So communication literally is giving and receiving, as well as interpreting information.